Why is Shaddeur falling from the draft? And is he the top quarterback for the Saints?
Oh my God. Hey, okay, so hold on, but let me go first because y'all. Hey man, listen. I do think that the reason why he's dropping is because all he knows is his dad. And that's scary for an NFL GM. I know it'd be scary for me to draft him. I would really be sitting there contemplating, like, oh man, if I don't get his dad to come coach my team, what is it gonna look like? See, again, I always go back to you because you coach sports, bro. Some people they can take criticism from some people, but they can't take criticism from everybody. And that's, I think, a scary. It's no knock to Shador and his talents. I just don't know. It's an unknown territory right now. We don't know how he's gonna react to that. So for me, I think that's his biggest reason why he's dropping in the draft.
I agree. I agree. I think that's the biggest reason why he's dropping in the draft because GMs and teams they know he's Dion's son. He's only been coached by his dad, and Dion's not going to be his coach anymore, right? But this is where you have to get outside of that. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. This boy, he can make all the throws. He's agile enough. He's mobile enough. And he understands the game. If you ever listen to him talk about the game, he understands coverages. He understands offensive plays, the play calling. He has all of this innate knowledge he's only lived football. He's only lived football, and you have a direct comparison of him and his brother. I think we can all agree that Shadur is better than Shiloh, correct?
But they play two
They
different
play different
positions.
positions, but
Yeah,
he's better at his position than
yeah.
Shiloh is at his. And Dion is his daddy, and he's the greatest cornerback ever. And Shiloh plays DB. So this guy, he's being coached by his dad. His dad's not teaching him how to be a quarterback. That's something that he relies on others to help him and teach him, and he just picks it up. He picks it up. He's done nothing but win everywhere he goes. You mentioned him. Would he be a 4-year starter? Well, at Jackson State, he definitely would have been a starter.
You think he would have went to Jackson State if his dad wasn't there?
No, but that's what I'm saying. If he, because he had scholarships to everywhere. You know what I mean? He was recruited by big colleges, but he went to Jackson State. So if he goes to Jackson State, he's competing with Jason Brown and Grayson Thomas. Know who those guys are?
Nope.
Nope. He's going to be the starter for those 2 years. Then you
I
go to
just don't think he
Colorado.
goes there though. I don't think he even goes there. So that's out the equation.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he doesn't go there. No, he absolutely does not go to Jackson State.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not going there.
But I'm saying but that's again that goes back to him. It's actually a great thing that his dad has been his coach this whole time because his dad is going to put him in the best position to be successful. And him going to Jackson State has allowed him to be a 4-year starter because he was able to go prove himself at Jackson State to when Dion took the job at Colorado, he could bring him in and say, that's my starter. I don't care who y'all had here before you. He's better than whoever the hell's over here, and he's shown that already. So he's put him in the best position to be successful. And I've coached my son. And one of the hardest things for me to do was not coach my son, to turn him over to another coach when he went to high school. And I personally didn't like the way he coached my son. And my son didn't mind it. He didn't mind it. I think that he thrived just because of the player that he actually was, even though I wasn't coaching him. You know what I mean? And but I think that the years that I did coach him prepared him to be able to thrive as a high school player under another coach. He was very coachable. He knew the game going in, and he was able to excel even though he was playing out of position because he just knew basketball and he knew how to play on a team play. He was a team player. He was very coachable. So I think that when you look at Shaddeur, he's been groomed by his dad. His dad has brought the best out of him all the way up until now, and he's prepared him to be able to go into the NFL and thrive because he's coached him like he's an NFL player since he was in middle school, in high school, because he's moved up every level with him. So I think that Dion being his coach has been a good thing for him, and now he's prepared to take the reins off and let his son soar. And I think Shaddeur is ready to soar. And when we draft him,
Oh God.
he's the future. All right. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that a couple of weeks ago I told y'all that the stars seem to be lining up. That Shaddeur is going to fall to the Saints in the draft at 9. What I'm hearing now is that even if he doesn't fall to his 9, they're looking at trading with the Raiders and going up to 6. And the Raiders drop down to 9 and they draft Genty at 9 while we get Shaddeur at 6. So it looks like Shaddeur is going to remain in that black and gold, and we're going to have our future quarterback on our hands, bro. He's going to be able to sit behind Carr for a year and then take the reins next year and go run with it. And I can't wait. I can't.
Bruh.
All
Okay,
right,
okay,
all
so
right, all right, all right.
before Iman goes, I just want to say this. You don't think that's a red flag if Tom Brady passes on Shaddeur Sanders?
No.
Doesn't he work out with Tom Brady? Doesn't Tom Brady help him out with certain things and Tom Brady's willing to pass on him?
Tom Brady just gave Geno Smith $70 million.
Okay, but we gave Derek Carr a bunch of money. He can sit behind Geno Smith for a year.
They're not giving him.
Geno Smith's not the future.
They just gave Geno
I'm
70
just
million.
saying, don't make
We
sense
gave
to me,
Derek Carr
bro.
this money 3 years ago.
I don't see him getting down to 9 with the Saints. I'm not even sure the Saints are really sold on him. I don't think that the Saints are sold on Rattler. I don't, which is why they've interviewed every single quarterback in this class, it seems like. But I don't know what, C lives in Louisiana, so his sources might be better, but I haven't read that the Saints are really keened in on Shaddeur either.
Every
So
media site is down here is talking about Shaddeur. Every media site in Louisiana is reporting the Saints are keen on Shaddeur. And I mean, possibly Jackson Dart, but if Shaddeur and Dart are both there, they're going Shaddeur.
I'm not sure, but like I said, you have closer sources. Um, I still think it's a smokescreen and that the Giants are taking him if he's available at 3.
Okay.
I could see that happening. And I also could see the Jets thing happening, which is why just today, when I heard that the Saints were talking about trading up to get that number 6 spot with the Raiders, I was like, well, that seems more probable that Shaddeur end up a Saint that way, and not having to give up much for him, like just this year's first rounder and like a second rounder next year, and I think that's fine.
And do y'all find it very interesting that the Browns are going to go Abdul Carter at number 2? Let's say if Cam Ward goes first, like, what are they also thinking? Like,
I have no idea what the
They're the
like
Browns, bro. They're the Browns, bro.
I have no. I think they're thinking to themselves, we're gonna probably go Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe later on down the draft or whoever you like. I'm just naming some guys, but I think they'll go that route and possibly they could be like, you know what, we're not gonna be that good next year. We're gonna try to fight for that following year. Where there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out in that draft.
Here's my thing.
Dart or Milroe would be a disaster in Cleveland.
I agree. I agree. I think they need to be in the right situation. But all those things matter for most quarterbacks. Everybody's not Peyton Manning. That's what we have to stop thinking. Peyton Manning could have got drafted by anybody. Andrew Luck could have got drafted by anybody. They would have been good. These guys are not that, in my opinion,
Right.
and that even includes Cam Ward. I love Cam Ward, but I just think every situation matters.
I don't think Cam Ward is as good as advertised, bro. I think in the
Well, let's
NFL, Cam
see.
Ward, I see a Jameis Winston, bro. I
It
really
might turn out to be that, but Jameis Winston's a guy that I didn't think was Andrew Luck or Peyton Manning. I thought he was a guy that needed the right situation.
I think that Jameis Winston, he was in the right situation. He just was that the person that he is, the interception machine that he is. And he can sling it, he can make all the throws. He just is crazy. James is just crazy, bro. And
No.
and I mean, I think I see a little of that crazy. Jameis thinks he can fit every ball in that little window, and I see that in Cam Ward in the NFL. I think those windows close up a lot faster, and Cam Ward is going to be he's going to
Jameis
be doing a
Winston.
lot of running. I see a
Okay.
lot. I see he's a more athletic Jameis Winston to me. And
Okay.
I think Shaddeur is just better prepared, bro. I think he's better prepared. I think his temperament, I take his temperament and his confidence in his abilities to be the deciding factor. They might a lot of people require I mean call it arrogance. I think the confidence in his abilities he's been instilled by his father for his entire life. I think that this is that's what's going to separate him and Cam Ward in the league because I think they're both the same guy talent wise.
Okay.
Go ahead, Keo.
Oh,
I
he's
think
back, baby. Let's
Yeah, I
go.
know, right
yeah,
on time.
I think the reason why Shador is dropping so much I don't think it's because it's because of his dad because if he's if he's the talent that he is then he should be drafted as high as he surely deserved as far as like being a number one pick or a number two pick. I just think that Cam Ward is just a better quarterback overall. I just feel like he's more of a complete quarterback. I think sometimes Shador he tends to take huge losses, man. He tends to give up those he tends to get hit a lot and he takes huge losses compared to Cam. Cam will just throw it away instead of taking the loss of yards for a sack. And I do think that Cam, he could improvise better outside of the pocket. I think he's a better runner than a Shador because nowadays in the NFL you need a good quarterback that could get you those extra yards. You look at some of the quarterbacks out there, guys like a Jalen Hurts, a Lamar Jackson, you yeah, CJ Stroud that could get you those extra yards.
Jay
And
Daniels.
yeah, Jaden Daniels could get you those extra yards. Also, I think they're looking for those type of quarterback that could improvise. I do think he's going to be a first round pick, though. I don't think he's going to fall out of the top 10, though. I think he'll get drafted inside the top 10, but I'm actually not surprised that he is dropping down in this draft right now. But I won't be surprised if a team ends up taking an extra quarterback like that, like X mentioned, like the Raiders or the Giants, taking an extra quarterback like that because we were all shocked when the Atlanta Falcons um, drafted Michael Penix. So we were all shocked about that, and we did not see that coming. So maybe we might get another okey doke from another NFL team. Who knows what's going to happen? Because right now a lot of things has changed though. Because um, now we seeing that Travis Hunter might get drafted the second overall. I honestly thought Abdul Carter was going to be the number overall pick. Now all signs pointing to Cam Ward as the number one overall pick. Now, as far as how he's gonna fit with the New Orleans Saints, I think it's gonna be good for the Saints because it's not gonna be trash bag season anymore. I think I'll be more confident with them drafting a quarterback because Shaddeur, he's gonna sell you tickets. He's gonna get a lot of jersey sales. He
Now
gets
you
he
thinking?
gets
Now you thinking?
yeah, he's going to be playing with one of my favorite running backs still to this day with Alvin Kamara, where I think he has a lot left because he proved a lot of people wrong last year from what he did. Even though he didn't rush for 1,000 yards, I think he could have though if he would have played. He did miss some games though, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to say he didn't though. So I'm not going to knock that. And he gets some, and he got some going to have some weapons around him with guys like Chris Olave. Taysom Hill, boy, they got some toys down in the boot.
Just got to
Nolans.
rebuild the offensive line.
And Kellen Moore is an offensive genius though, because he's gonna open that playbook, and if he gets somebody like Shaddeur, he could open the playbook. But I don't think it's fair the treatment that Spencer Rattler is getting right now. I think that come on, like the dude play with second and third string players, and
Thank you.
get him out of there, like get him out of there, like come on, he deserves a chance like against the start at least some reps with the starters or games with the starters. I'm not gonna say get the dude out of there. The dude had a he had a all right. It was an all right season for a rookie quarterback that you didn't expect to get that much playing time, man. So I would still give Spencer Rattler a chance.
Who's
Now,
better, or Spencer Rattler?
it's hard to say though because I haven't seen Shador stepped on the NFL field. Now, if you asking me, I'll take Spencer Rattler in the quarterback room right now. I'll take Rattler over Derek Carr right now.
That's because you don't know what the hell you talking.
What?
What Rattler has been able to do with these third string wide receivers? I
What
would
Yo,
has
I
been,
would
hey,
what
do
has
I
yo,
he
would do
hey,
been
that.
able to
yo,
do
I
with
would
crazy
do
them?
that.
man.
What? What's he been able to do with them?
Hey, bro, stop, bro,
He's been
stop.
able to make the best out of it last season with third string wide receivers, man.
Thank
That
you.
He
like
did
come on.
nothing.
Imagine if Spencer
He-
Rattler had the opportunity to throw to a healthy Chris Olave.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the issue.
All right,
He's never healthy.
you do know Derek Carr came back and had them same third string wide receivers in 1 or 2 games, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what are his numbers though?
Better than Rattlers.
Bro,
No,
why
I
y'all
don't think
hating on my
so.
dog, man?
Bruh,
You're you're you're
I
you're the
can't.
one that called Spencer Rattler a future, not me. So
What does
why are you
what
giving
does
up on him
That
future
is
mean?
already?
true. That is
Why
true.
why are you giving up on him now though? Like you didn't even give him a full year.
Fedor is better than him. That's why.
How can you determine that when he hasn't even stepped on the NFL field yet? NFL
From
is
watching
completely
him,
different
you
from
know what? A wise man once told me this. I was, damn, who was it? Lawson. Uh, a wise man once told me this. I said, Ty Lawson, Ty Lawson was better than Kyrie Irving on Kyrie's rookie season. I said, right now, Ty Lawson is better. He said, this man said Kyrie Irving was better than him when he was born. Shadur Sanders is better than him when he was born, bro. That's
Come
what
No,
on,
he
he's
said.
man.
not. No, he's not though.
Bro,
You're
you
not you're not
tripping.
you're not you're not even they're not even giving Rattler the fair evaluation as a coach. At least give him a full year to be a starter though instead of running him out
Why the
right
hell would you
now.
do that?
Well, the only thing I will say, I've been the Rattler guy. I'll be honest with y'all. But with Kellen Moore coming in, Kellen Moore is gonna get the guy he wants, and I respect that. I do because if I go into a new situation, I'm getting the people I want. It doesn't matter about who was there before. I give it to everybody if that's not who I wanted. So I'm not knocking it, but I just think that Spencer Rattler, bro, Derek Carr's not winning us a Super Bowl. See, And I'm not saying Spencer Rattler is, but Derek Carr is not. I would take him off the books. You can go, boy. You can go, my man. Bye.
Here we go. All right. Here's my thing. You got Shaddeur Sanders. He's better than Rattler to me. I take a chance on him. Rattler's better than Dart. Rattler's better than Ewers. Rattler's better than Milrow. I don't get rid of Rattler for either three of those quarterbacks. But if Shador's on the board, I draft Shaddeur, see what I can get for Rattler, and we go from there, man. Like he got a new coach, Kellen Moore. He's going to get his guy. I believe Shaddeur is his guy, even though he didn't go to the pro day, which worries me. I just think that he didn't believe that he's like me. Previous to I guess today, I didn't think there's no way that Shaddeur failed to us like that. And when they mentioned the trade with the Raiders today, I said, well, now that makes it more probable than him getting passed on by the Raiders and the Browns and the Jets. And I just couldn't see all of that happening. But that's still in play to me.